champions of podcasting.
PMP gang, we back up in the building. Gang. Here we go. Rockin' with the best. It's the PMP show. Yup. Here we go. Rockin' with the best. It's the PMP show. Yup. Here we go. Rockin' with the best. It's the PMP show. Yup. Here we go. Rockin' with the best. It's the PMP Jimmy show. VIP of World War Z, we let it rank. Can't forget the pause, man. It's the PMP gang. World famous with the intros and AKAs. Talk about what we want, F what they say. World champions of podcasts, we don't play. Nope, it's Coach Jim and Randy, Johnson and Johnson. Dope conversation and the realest content. Up in the clouds, we be higher than a comet. Make sure you share, like, subscribe, and leave a comment. Cause life's a mystery, we trying to figure out with the bozo of the day. Can't forget the in and outs. Trying to lift our people up, that's what it's all about. Yup. Here we go. Rockin' with the best. It's the PMP show. Yup. Here we go. Rockin' with the best. It's the PMP show. Yup. Here we go. Rockin' with the best. It's the PMP show. Yup. Here we go. Rockin' with the best. It's the PMP show.
Yo, it's the mother-loving PMP show. And we are back, America. And God bless America and nowhere else. Nobody, buddy. Nobody. Yes. I don't know what that was. I don't know, but it went well. It sounded like a well-orchestrated quartet. Whatever. But we back. Yes. We are back, America. As usual, the gang's all here. Your favorite guys. Yes. Was good. Pause. We gonna get straight into the intros. I said your favorite guys. Yeah, pause. Yeah, pause immediately. So, shush. I was about to curse, but I'm gonna try my hardest not to. But we're going to get right into these intros, so switching it up a little bit. Wait a minute. You went first last week. For sure. Definitely did. Okay, so we're going to re-switch it. Okay. We're going to shift back over here to your boy, Jimmy VIP, a.k.a. the half. It can't even be half anymore. The third. Of the World Schmag Team Champions of Podcasting. Randy, Coach Jim, Johnson, and Johnson. Pause.
And Montana.
And
Montana.
Okay.
That's what he said.
So we're going to, I don't think we have to pause Montana. So Johnson and Johnson, Montana.
Yes.
Yo, I don't know if that rolls right, but we'll take it. We'll figure it out. We'll figure that out later. We'll workshop that. We'll workshop. But
for today it's Montana.
Got you. All right, and if I'm fresh out the shower, right? Still just a little bit funky. I'm definitely fresh because you said fresh. Oh, I said fresh? No, you said fresh out the shower. That's why I was like, yeah.
A little funky, though.
Come on, you guys are rappers.
You said a little funky.
But I said fresh out the shower. I'm definitely fresh, so I'm never funky. Okay. Since we're going to flip it like this. Yes. And
I need to change it from smooth to clean then.
Okay.
Funky, fresh, and clean.
Funky, fresh, and clean. I like that. Fresh and clean. I like smooth too, though, because smooth describes, like after you're funky, fresh.
Now you clean.
Remember what people used to say on the people used to say on the smooth tip?
Supposed to be funky, cold, Medina.
We're working on those.
Yeah, we're working on that.
But look, I've been installing my alias, so the real alias is your boy Jimmy VIP. Here we go. A.K.A. Jimmy Sundown. Oh, yes. Sundown It's a whole different game when the sun goes down. Jimmy Sundown. That was Don't be caught around here after dark, young man. Right? Period. Kindly. Well, Jimmy Sundown, the follow-up on that is your mother schmucking boy. Okay. World War Z, a.k.a. I switched it up at the last minute because I realized today was Cinco de Mayo. So, a.k.a.
Javier Vasquez, the only man to ever work for ICE and be running from ICE at the same damn time. Had a whole warrant for ICE and didn't even realize I was working for him at the same time. Gotcha.
What's up, my boy?
Javier Vasquez
Vasquez.
in the building. Shout out to Cinco de Mayo. Shout out to
What is Cinco de Mayo? Anyway, let's get the intros out the way first.
something with the conquistadors and some shit. Don't quote me on that. I don't know.
Well, it's your boy, Diego Dollars. In the building.
Yes.
As I said, Montana. So today we going Diego, Montana, because I be quarterbacking shit.
Okay. Oh.
Okay, I like that.
All right.
I
And the definition.
I was thinking Tony Montana. That goes to show you
Yeah.
where my
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Be
Quarterback.
quarterbacking shit, making shit happen.
That's what's up.
nice.
All right. So.
And of course, Pause Man
You gotta
bringing
give
you
your
that
boy pause, man.
crystal clear
clarity.
But he get the AKA now.
Yeah, we know that.
AKA.
Follow up.
Today, it is Pause Man, a.k.a. the Wonderful Wizard of Pause.
Oh, that was cold.
That was cold.
I like it.
That was cold.
Wonderful.
I like it.
Wizard.
No yellow brick road.
We're taking. Now we want those bricks. We picking bricks up as we go along.
Exactly. That's why it ain't one. We done picked it up.
Oh
You
God.
get to the end of a dirt road and see a yellow house.
Exactly. Exactly. We got all the bricks already.
Bricks.
All these bricks. All those bricks.
So let's get it. You know, everybody know this segment of the show is called the State of the Union.
You.
Yes, for those on the social media world, I'm going to cut this off shortly.
Right.
Tune into the Real Podcast on
Deco, what up,
PNP
bro?
Show on YouTube.
Let's get right into it.
Let's go.
I know you fucking lying. Yo, what you got this nigga over here for?
Because it's my kid's father.
Kid's
What do you
father.
mean?
What you mean? Why you got this nigga here? Why you need to be here?
Because he's supposed to know where his kids live. Like, why can't he know? Why he can't know?
He can know where he live. He can know where his kid live, but why he here though? Why he here?
Because he
At
came
my
to
house.
see his kids. He came to see me and the kids. Let's be technical.
Yeah, we got kids together, bro. I thought you knew that already though.
I knew that, bro. You can't talk to her on the phone. Y'all can't do this shit on the phone.
That don't mean nothing. Like, I wanted him to come over here. I wanted him to see the new house or whatever. So, therefore, he's here.
The new house, like you helping. You got this nigga pulled up in my driveway like this nigga paying bills, like this nigga live here.
I live here. His kids live here. So
know-
he
you
have
know
every
that-
right to be here. So what are you mad for
Yeah,
recording?
we just talking about the kids. You know what I'm saying?
It ain't
you
that-
You ain't even gotta have the phone.
Bro, I'm
now.
not even really talking to you. You know we don't get along. You know me and this nigga don't get along.
Okay,
So
and-
why you here you the problem, bro. Why you here?
I'm the problem.
You the problem, bro.
Yo, you already.
It's
know
a
we got
reason why
history,
you and her ain't still
I get
together.
along
We got
with him. What do you mean?
kids together, so I don't really expect you to understand. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, we talking about the kids. We ain't talking about you.
I
Whatever
don't even care to talk
y'all
about him at this moment.
doing.
Like
Yeah.
I said, I'm not talking to you, bro. I'm talking to my woman. She got another nigga at my house. I don't care if it's a baby daddy or none of that, bro.
Feel
Y'all
like
can
we
call on
standing
the
inside
phone.
like we in the bedroom or something.
No, but you got your car over here like you live here, bro.
It's just
You don't pay no bills,
You
no
weren't
that shit.
here. You've been at work all this time. So what are you mad for? You
It
weren't
ain't-
even here. So
it
he
ain't
can
the-
pull up in the driveway.
It ain't the fact that I'm mad. It's the fact that you disrespectful, yo. You ain't tell me this nigga was here.
I didn't have to because I live here too.
Like I said, we
Oh
talking
yeah,
about
you
the kids,
hella
y'all.
disrespectful.
We talking about the kids. You got to focus on the kids. Like I said, I wouldn't expect you to understand.
They're crying.
You wouldn't expect me to understand, nigga? Don't you know I got a kid with her? That show how much you ain't in the loop, bro. It's a
Okay.
reason why
He
we don't.
in the loop because you take care of his kids and he take care of his kids.
The fuck I'm taking care of his kids for if he here?
Because they-
Why I'm
they
paying
in
bills?
our
If he
house.
if
They in our house.
if he here
not knew that
if he
whenever
here, nigga, if you here, why I'm taking care of the bills? Why you can't pay? Why you can't
My
pay
nigga,
child
Did you
support?
not know that whenever you got into the situation?
cry
Did you
too
not
much,
know that
bro.
she had
Crying?
some
Who
stuff
cry?
going
Oh,
on?
crying. Now you getting
Well, I was gonna pull out
disrespectful.
your phone, like I'm done, bro. You whine too much.
This-
I can't
this-
do
this-
it.
You done, but why you still here? You and your kid still here? You done?
Right.
If you
your
done,
kid
why
here
y'all
too.
still here?
Your kid is here too.
Yeah, my
So
kid
the-
gonna stay here.
Okay,
If you
and
choose to
I'ma stay
leave,
here too with my
oh,
other two
but you
kids.
done though.
Yeah.
How you done? But you gonna stay here? You
I'm
done with what?
dealing with this conversation conversation with you. You
You
always
ain't
have
done dealing
something
with
to
nothing. If
complain about.
you ain't done dealing with nothing. If you at my house, you ain't done dealing with nothing. I pay the bills here.
Complain about everything.
This
Like,
why I ain't want to, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, this is why you shouldn't have been here, bro. You knew that was disrespectful.
Hold on, see, like you said that I'm talking about your woman. I'm talking.
But you
to
on
her.
my property, bro. You could talk to me in the street. You could talk to me in the street.
We can talk in the street. I mean, that
Oh,
ain't no thing, like I said,
bring it out here then. Bring it out here then. Bring it out here then. Bring it out here then.
you can go back to work and leave
No,
me alone.
I'm here. This is my house.
Okay,
Like I
good.
said, bro, you shouldn't have been here. You knew that.
Bro,
You
we're
knew
talking
you shouldn't
about
have been
her
here.
kids, bro.
Disrespectful,
Our
bro.
kids. You got. We're talking.
Don't you
about
got her number?
our
Don't you got her
kids.
number?
Yeah, I got her number. But
Okay,
we had to discuss some things in
He
person.
gonna have
In
it
person?
whether you're
That's
here
all
or
In
it
not.
person?
is.
He gonna what?
He gonna have it whether you're here or not.
And that's what I need you to realize, bro. Like, you know how it is when you got kids, right? You said you got a kid.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
right?
I take care of my kids. I'm
Okay,
here.
we
I'm
got
living
two.
with my kids, taking care of my kids.
Okay, yeah, we got two. You know what I'm saying? So
Okay.
that's double mouths to feed. So that's double things, different age groups that we got to talk about. They involved in different things in school.
Bro, you should have.
Wow. The mic magically moved.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Incredible.
But I mean that's
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah, it just stopped. I didn't say.
Oh, my stomach hit the space bar.
Oh shit. Okay, well. Jimmy, you want to take the lead?
Yes,
in
I
this
do.
one? Pause.
I just wanna like
I'm pausing everything.
pause. Like, you say you wanna take the lead out?
I'm fuck
It was
you.
a
I'm
race.
pausing it.
But like it's funny that I don't know, like it might have been fake, you know, it's a skit, but we like to talk about the situation.
Right. Because
You know
these situations really has happened somewhere in real life.
and happens a lot. So I just wanted to touch on one thing first is that for women who have babies, women who have, you know, a baby daddy, then you have a new guy, and if you're gonna have said guy, baby dad, even if it's the baby daddy, come to the new guy's place, the guy needs to be notified. First and foremost, like out of respect,
Right.
he at least deserves to be notified. Cause if I come home from work and it's another guy, period, in the driveway talking to my lady, I don't give a fuck if it's baby daddy.
Pulling out a phone.
Yeah,
Yeah. Exactly.
yeah, I'm definitely not pulling out the phone.
Yeah. That's the last thing I'm.
Like
yeah.
we moving furniture in the front yard. There's no furniture in the front yard, but it will be moved.
It will be moved.
In the front yard. And then also, I just wanted to say that I'm gonna come back around
Yeah, because I was
on
going
on the closing.
Because I was going to ask y'all a question from the other angle of this. Because we all, like you said, we already know, obviously, how we would react if we was the guy pulling up. But as a man, why would you put yourself in that situation? You know what I'm saying? Like, why would you be out there if it's involving a child? Unless it's something where I immediately have to be over there, you know what I'm saying, with the child. This gonna be a phone conversation. I don't have to be. Yeah. I don't have to be outside in your driveway talking to you. You know what I'm saying?
Something off to you, it's like,
right.
Why the fuck am I still out here?
Right.
Where's the kid at?
Where's the kids at?
Right. So that's what I was gonna say. As the guy from the other end, why would you even put yourself in that situation to make it seem awkward for every fucking body? You know what I mean? So,
yeah, you know what I'm saying. That's because it's more than that.
Exactly. Like
It's more than that in that situation, because like if it's just about the kid it would be in the picture. You know what I'm saying? The kid will nowhere to be found. What the fuck y'all just sitting around?
Let me
talking
ask y'all this though.
You know what I'm saying? If it's something about the kids, this could have been a conversation through text message, on the phone, anything.
Hey, FaceTime.
Let me ask y'all this. Like, in most cases, like, you got, like, guys, in most cases, and women, too, when you got a baby mother or a baby father, there's still a deep connect. Like, if it was, you know, if they got history sometime, like, you don't realize that they've been fucking. I mean, obviously, because they got baby mother. So they got history, right?
Right.
And to some, I mean, I'm going to say to most people, like when somebody just breaks up with another person or they had serious history, you still have a right to feel, I'm not going to say you can accuse them. It's not good to accuse, but you have a right to feel like something could possibly, be going on with it too, especially if you coming home from work early.
Right.
and they having a conversation in the yard without the children.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that part of it, like I know there's still some connection because you know with the baby mama, baby father. Sometimes for a lot of people, not saying everybody does, but in a lot of cases.
Yeah. Like there was a little too.
Yeah.
Right. They was within close quarters, like you know what I'm saying. Yeah,
I agree with that. But
bitch.
I just wanted to say though, man, like baby moms and baby like that shit. Like we always talk about the connection of that shit on it. Like, we don't realize a lot of shit that we say, like accountability. Let me just go there first. Accountability. Like, for one, if you have sex with somebody, you know you're going to have, like, there's a possibility you're going to have a child. And if you do, if you have sex with the wrong person, like a complete, like, bird brain or it, like, I'm not saying everybody is, but it.
Right.
If you can't talk to somebody and they can't even understand common sense, for real, the child is doomed. Yeah. And I've seen this shit in a lot of cases, and I'm speaking off a personal case too. It's like your women are so hard nowadays. It's like they want to be a dude. Like for any woman that ever says some shit like, I don't need no man to help me raise my child.
They want to be a dude. They want to get treated like a chick at the same time. It's like they want both. It's like stupid.
Best of both worlds.
They want everything.
Yeah, pretty much.
But I think that's a dumb statement to say I don't need no man to help me raise my child.
Nah. I mean, not. Yes, exactly. That is an idiotic statement.
Is that logic? Speaking like everybody knows. 2 is better than 1 in any shape, form, or fashion. I'm not saying be together, but I'm saying 2 heads are better than 1 right. When it comes to operate. Like you don't know everything. Mm-hmm. I don't know everything. We don't know everything, but together we gonna figure this shit out. Right. So, all you strong masculine bitches.
Yeah, because there's a fine line.
Weights. Yeah, go lift weights.
Yeah, like you said, especially 9 times out of 10, the woman will be the custodial parent. But there's a fine line between being in that position in the child's life and kind of using that to be overbearing, like your way or the highway type situation. Right. It's like, just because the child is with you, that don't mean it's your way. You know what I'm saying? Because it's still a 50-50 thing. Especially, like you said, if you involve paying money, doing whatever you got to do with the child. So, but a lot of women don't see it that way. You know what I'm saying? Like, they just like, nah, this is what it is. You know what I mean? Like, God knows what the fuck.
They say chivalry is dead, but I think that chivalry has just become a way of life. Because for some weird reason, we're no longer backhanding these bitches. We're just letting this lie.
And I think that got a lot to do with it.
Giving them backhanded comments.
Back in the days, like, that bitch come out of nowhere and say some wild shit. They used to set her ass on fire.
Give them backhanded
fire. Did you hear me?
Giving them backhanded
fire.
Like, we would like to monetize.
Like, we stopped all that. Now we started Zeus Network and gave them a platform where they can do all that shit on.
That's all I'm saying. Wow.
Facts. Now we feel you. Now we're not saying we condoning it. I'm just saying. Yeah. I'm just saying, where did the line where did the line crossing start? When did the line crossing start? And like you said, it probably started when the hands came off their faces. I'm just saying. I'm not condoning it. I'm just saying.
There used to be a point in time where a bitch couldn't get out of line.
Yeah, we were on the borderline. We're tippy-toeing.
There's a whole Zeus Network where a bitch can stay getting out of line on a daily basis for public.
Yo, but I think, all right, let's just talk about behavior, though.
Yeah,
like,
that's what I'm saying.
Let's talk about behavior.
See, I
like,
no,
we're not. I'm just talking about behavior. Like certain behavior. I'm gonna be honest. For me, man, like there's certain behavior that deserves certain response. Like actions. Like if a guy call like I feel like if somebody is call you a bitch or whatever, or call you whatever. If you act like a bitch, you gonna get called a bitch. This is all I'm saying. Accountability is all I'm really saying. I'm saying guys ain't really out here just disrespecting bitches like off the top. Cause like niggas like me, I come from like my mom. Like we all come from good households. We taught to respect, we taught to treat our ladies with respect. all the women we did with, like these are things that we taught, right? And I know a guy, like I'm not gonna say his name because he gonna be pissed, but he was fucking with a chick, right? Start talking to her, dealing with her, moved her, left where he was staying at. This motherfucker got an efficiency so she could have a place to stay. They were staying together, chilling. He's at work, right? He calls her. He's talking to her on the phone while she's getting smacked, bro. And he like, yo, and she, hold on and blah, blah, blah. He goes home.
She in there getting.
Nah. He didn't see it, but like he know, like the bed fucked up, she admitted it, and it's like, he's a good dude. Like he ain't even as bad like us. You know what I'm saying? Like he's a good dude. He did everything and
that's
then.
The problem. He's a good dude.
See, but that's my point though. That's
why she felt comfortable enough to just admit
see,
it.
but this is my point though. Hold on. They complain about guys, right? They complain about niggas not being shit though. And you had a nigga that left where he had a comfortable place. Yo, I'm gonna move. Yo, we gonna do this. We gonna build. We gonna grow. And we gonna be in the crib together soon. Blah, 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 looking for the future. Oh, I invite you. You know what I mean? You stay here and you smashing, and then you gonna answer the phone while you smashing? Right. Yowzer.
You can never see. The sad thing is that no matter how good of a nigga you are, you can't turn a hoe into a housewife.
But he didn't know though.
I know you don't know. That's the sad part about it. A lot of us don't know. You know what I'm saying? That's just like when women say, I didn't know I was gonna end up a single mother.
But guess what?
Because this dude made me feel like, you know what I'm saying, he was gonna be the world to me, and then this nigga dipped on me as soon as I got pregnant.
Yo.
You got swindled. Swindle goes both ways. Just like
it does.
It definitely does, yeah.
Like when it comes to, you can't turn a hoe into a housewife. Sometimes you have to look for the signs, man.
Yeah, but
it's a sad thing when it happens. Bro.
What do you think his approach is gonna be now moving forward though?
Well, it depends on what kind of dude he is. Is he a dude who's gonna let the situation change his whole point of view for the rest of his life?
Nah, but it hurt him though. It hurt like nigga, like he crying.
I mean, yeah, but you gotta get up and
spider over.
You do really?
Nah, I killed.
You know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta.
Yeah, I wanted to bite.
Just because you're a good dude don't mean that you could be
around
a soft nigga. You can still be a man.
True story.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta pick yourself up.
But let me tell you what the excuse was on why she the fact that like he wasn't taking her places. He wasn't, you know what I'm saying? He didn't have enough money, blah, blah, blah. So like
was the nigga who was smashing her?
Look, I don't know if she's a pay to play or you know what I'm saying? Like I don't know, but
sounds like she wanted more than
yeah, but how somebody with nothing, right? How somebody with nothing, right? But this is the women's mentality nowadays is that they want it so bad that they will just like assume, just because he got it, I'm gonna go fuck with him. I'm gonna go blow him. I'm gonna go do whatever it takes.
Especially in her situation, if she's already living in an efficiency. My man was at work. Probably some nigga that was out there hustling or whatever, seeing her sitting on the balcony was like, you already know how it went down. It was like, yo, a word. Probably kicked it with her for a few minutes. Shit, I got $100 for you. What's up? Nigga, you know what I'm saying? Just that quick, something as simple as that. If that, yeah, he might only offered the hot 40.
I'm tell you, and that's because no matter what you do, Joe Smith has learned what?
Don't try to hold to a housewife. I mean, my grandson, I told you about that. He knows. What the fuck?
Sometimes you don't know that's what you're doing, but you gotta look for
the signs.
that's the
weirdest shit ever.
That's crazy. Hell yeah.
You can't throw a ring on into your
short. Add effects with hand gestures. Like I was like this, and it was like, yeah. But
shit. Outside of that,
we could probably move on. It was just that kids need both sides to to balance them out, man.
Definitely.
So do better. Do better. Slap your ass when I see you too. Real talk. Let's go to commercial.
It's a little personal.
Dingbat.
Dingbat?
Yeah.
We go on a commercial break.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So I was wondering.
Yo, we look dope on camera.
It's the PMP Show.
stalker charge now. Like they're like,
I wish we could live like the old days. Like you go to a saloon, like you go to a saloon and bitches just standing up on stairs. Yeah, like hey cowboy. Yo, what happened to them?
He said go to a fucking saloon.
You want to go get a drink and shit, you know?
Holy shit.
That's the shit, bro.
Yo, that shit used to always look incredible, to me as a kid because, like you said, the niggas coming in there with their 6-shooter on their hip,
Right.
looking up.
Yeah,
There's always the sexy one at the top, looking down, like up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, that one right there.
Titties busting out.
Hell yeah, somebody getting, it's like.
All right. Like, think about this too, because I heard it too. When I was at the me and my lady was going to get Hoagies, right?
Oh, shit.
We was going to get subs and shit. Hoagies, footlong, see. So
Pause
they was like, yo, you want the 6-inch? I'm like, nah, I want the footlong. Then I stopped. I was like, yo, did I just ask for the footlong?
You see how that shit sounds?
I was like,
Asking for more as a man.
so I was like, man, fuck it.
Just asking for more inches as a man.
Yo, shit. Nah, but I said it loud too. Like I was like, nah, shit, give me the footlong. Proudly. I had to check myself.
Holy
I was like,
shit.
yo, do I be wilding? Yo, but here's when I knew I was wilding. Cause the dude behind me was like, pause. I was like, what the fuck?
Yo.
Nah, but if you're getting picked,
Whoa, dots
that's a good
dots don't get paid. Dots don't get paid.
They don't put in enough work to be a prostitute.
yeah, because you're literally just in a, hit this button and you're advertised at 15
Pause,
minutes.
man. Bleep these next couple words, can you, for me, please? Because I want to say it so bad.
You guys,
Whoa.
you
In
guys,
this situation, I would just not say it.
Okay, I was going to say with class,
busy trying to
you
set
have
some
to
things
get,
up for y'all.
your pimp has to shame you. This is how I'm going to word it. In order to classify yourself as a prostitute, your
You have to
pimp
be
has
smacked
to
around.
shame you. I was trying to say that.
I mean,
Your pimp has to shame you.
it comes with a job. So
If you've never been shamed in public,
I don't know, that position has been kind of deteriorating there. They're doing it on their own.
and you can't use the word deteriorating with prostitutes. Like, you
I'm
have
talking
to-
about pimps. I'm not.
Oh, okay. Or that too. That's still street level. Like niggas don't understand the word deteriorate.
Oh, my bad.
They're gonna want to fight.
They're falling off.
they were like, "What you call me, sucker?"
Yeah, what you say? I don't deteriorate nothing, brother. You want to deteriorate me? I don't even know what that means.
It's the PMP Show.
Let me finish. So I'm a naked mom. In my mind, I'm not thinking anything, right? As a mom, we never had privacy with our kids. Our kids are in the shower
can a
with
naked
us.
dad be a thing? Like, can I walk around dick swinging in front of my daughter?
How old? He was at the time. He was just turning 10.
Because they know what titties.
So
and
his
pussy
dad,
is.
right? So his dad, when his dad saw it, he was like, "No, it's time to stop." In my mind, I never thought that. I'm a mom. I jump out the shower. I got my drawers on. I'm going in. I'm in a room. I put my shirt on. That type of thing. So I just my brain didn't think that. Right? I think those are the challenges that we face as single mothers when those men aren't present in the house to give us those rules or those guidelines. We're going to move like a woman is going to naturally move until we get to the point where it's like, okay, now I think he's old enough. I didn't think 9 was old enough. You know what I'm saying? But to a man, that's disturbing.
All his little friends wanted to come over after school.
Absolutely not. I'm not naked around other people's kids.
Man, this is the nothing but the truth.
She hopping out the shower like that.
Yeah, that was a dope one. I'll start real quick, but I found it because it's still on the same concept about the single home. Like, she said some dope shit about the guidelines. She's like, when her man or his father came around and was like, yo, you can't be, because I'm going to be honest, when I was young, I remember, like, my older girl cousins, like my old, aunts or whatever, they might, they walk around with their panties and bra on sometime, or they would do that. Not trying to make me, you know, just real quick, they'll walk from one room or walk to. Sometimes I have to check my wife because she'll wear like short shorts around the house, right? And I got a son, and she like, yo, that's my son. I was like, but you know, you can't. He don't need to see that.
Yeah, it's still
walking around the house. His sisters have to be dressed up a certain way.
Right.
I'm not gonna be. I don't even walk around with my shirt off when my daughters were old enough. You know, I know that's nothing, but it is something.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That type of, we don't do that because then they grow up looking, their friends come by, they start, no thoughts. No unpure thoughts about your mom. Type of shit going because they're young boys. So, you know.
Nah, I mean, that's self-explanatory, like you said. And you know, going back to the clip, you know, the fact that she, you know, admitted, I was saying offline, like that was dope that she admitted that, you know, it wasn't a man to tell her, like after a certain age, that's not cool. You know what I'm saying? And like you said, I get it. You know, 4 or 5 years old, maybe is kind of pushing it, but you know, after a while, yeah, you can't be running around your kids naked. You know what I'm saying? Because like Jimmy said, they start to form certain. And, you know, we hate to take it to a sick thought, but, you know, it's, you know, your thoughts are sexual at a certain point. So, you know, as a kid, you know, you hopping out seeing your mom or your father naked, you know, it's just, you don't want that. You know what I mean? So that's just self-explanatory.
Right. I mean, it's just a respect thing for me.
Yeah.
I mean, you shouldn't need anybody to tell you when it's that time to stop doing that.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, you got to tell yourself. I mean, you're the person. You know?
Yeah, but they feel like because it's their kid, it's okay. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's the problem. Like,
but it's not. It doesn't matter if it's your child.
It doesn't. I agree.
Any human being, you know, at all. You know, you shouldn't be naked in front of another human being unless it's your person. You know, that you get naked in front of. You know what I mean?
Agreed. Now, if we never had to wear clothes, it'd be a different story.
Right.
But, and that, you know, around your children, I think you should be dressed because what happens is when you got kids in the house, because I got daughters, and when they got older, like teenage, they tried it. They tried it a lot because if you start letting it in the house, the inappropriate, it's gonna naturally transition to the outside.
Right.
So, and I know this for all fathers because we fathers in a room. It's like when it comes to our daughters, like the second I saw them in a super mini skirt, and I start doing the hand test myself. I'm like, yo, nah, you can't go out there. And then a lot of times what's weird is the mom will be like, oh, it's all right. Look, you know, let them live. And I'm like, well, let them have a baby right now. You know what I'm saying? 13.
Because we go to the far end of it. Like, this is what's going to fucking happen if you let her dress like this. You know what I mean?
Perverts are out there.
Right.
You know what I mean? Sickos. Exactly. Nobody want nobody looking at they people like that. So fix that shit immediately, man.
Immediately.
Put some fucking clothes on.
Guidelines. Oh, yeah. Look at this right here.
Let's go to this.
Look at this Karen.
Yo, these Karens.
Call him the child? Did you call the child the word? It is my own business. You call him. Okay, why don't you have the boss to say it right now again? Okay. All right, that's what you say. Nobody digging through your.
A little kid just did, you dog.
That little kid, you call him a. The little child?
What if he acts like one is gonna.
Are you about to hit him? You chase him here?
He took my son's stuff.
So that gives you the right to call the child 5-year-old and the N-word.
If that's what he's gonna act
That's
like.
what you're gonna call him.
That's what he's gonna act like.
You know, that's a hate speech. And you can be the that.
I don't give a
Huh. Okay.
Bitch, how does a nigga act? How a nigga act?
Right, yeah, like
you know.
Yeah, that's
they know from every TV show.
That is so sick, but I brought it up for the simple fact that
stealing is how niggas act. That's what she thinks.
yeah, exactly. I brought it up for the simple fact that she raised $600,000 in donations.
Yeah, I was right.
That's why I brought, like, you know what I mean? Like, we know those type of people exist, but the sickos that donated to her saying she's been distressed and she raised $600,000. That's nasty.
Yeah, you tell that nigga.
Right.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. So you know what's that the thing where they donate to the they shut it down for the black kid that was getting the donations for after he killed the white boy. But you got something like they shut his donation page down. But you got something like this where she's allowed to raise the GoFundMe joint. But she can raise $600,000 and they see this and they didn't shut that down and refund everybody money.
Bro, this is America.
That's crazy. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like it's crazy. So you know that's what I just. So if everybody that donated, y'all go to hell.
Man, niggas got real GoFundMes for their grandma's kidney surgery.
Right.
You know, real life situations and can't raise $200.
At what point you the person that clicked on there and seen she had $15,000 and said, you know what? Oh, she needs some more money.
Wow.
Like I ain't even gonna take it to the $100,000. I'm gonna keep it on a low level.
Call a little boy nigga.
Right. And said, oh, I'm gonna give her $100. Yeah. Oh, here go $50. Here go $100.
Let me ask you, is it real? Has anybody fact checked her 60,000?
I'm assuming, I will say this, my source was the Shade Room, so I'm assuming that they fact checked, you know what I'm saying? So I would hope so before they posted it.
Yo, that just shows how racism still exists.
Right.
Yeah.
How powerful it is.
I mean,
they
come
love,
on, man.
They love anything.
We know that ain't never going nowhere.
They can
It's
say
always.
fuck niggers.
Yeah.
I mean,
they can say fuck darkies. They're like, hey, you know.
She raised $600,000 for saying fuck that nigger baby.
Wow.
And got $600,000.
If this is how he's gonna act.
Yeah, they feel like she deserves a platform.
Yeah, that's crazy, yo. That's crazy. This is the world we live in.
That lady said, he stole my son's stuff.
Yeah.
I'm gonna, I just want to, like, I'm really, really angry, man. For a lot of different reasons, but the main reason that I'm angry for real is like people like that, how could hatred be that real to where you calling a baby,
yo?
You know, your little nick. She took my baby. Like I'm aggressive too. If I see somebody, take something from my son,
is a nigga, right?
Huh?
A nigga's a nigga, right?
Facts. Yeah. So what's the difference? That too. Like we call each other niggas all the time.
The matter is, for the 1,000th time. We just on their goddamn playing field, bro.
Exactly.
We on their playing field.
We're going to talk about getting off. I'm glad you brought that up. Later on. Nah, I want to get off the playing field, Fox, man. But anybody, so we can move on.
Moving right
along.
along.
Making great time. Pause. That's
insane.
I'll take that.
Pause.
Jesus.
All right, so. Let's go.
They banning dolphins cause they know we used to live with them. They heal our bodies with their sonars when you swim with them. Dolphins used to help us birth our babies in the ocean. They send ultrasounds to the womb to keep the baby focused. Their sonar frequency 130 hertz, it come with benefits. It can help brain development and also Parkinson's. They're part of the normals, dolphins are extraterrestrial. They speak to us through telepathy, they're celestial. That's why when dolphins see a person, they be nice to you. If something trying to come and eat you, they will fight for you. Dolphins done save people life, even dogs too. That's why they trying to make it illegal, so they don't talk to you. They can give you knowledge, open your third eye, also heal your body. I'm about to go to the ocean, finna call up all my dolphin army. They in the mermaid family, so I know for a fact they real. Sending off frequencies like sirens, they the real deal. Common facts, if you know for a fact, that's the reason they ban them. You can look this all up, I promise this wasn't random.
Yo, I just wanted to throw that out there real quick. I saw it, I thought it was dope, because we was talking about dolphins. It was illegal to talk to them, remember, a couple of weeks ago. So it was like, when I saw that, I was like, all right, maybe the algorithm got me stuck on dolphins and shit,
Right.
But when I went to the beach a couple of weeks ago, there were sharks in the water, right? And we could see them, but then there was about 5-6 dolphins, just like, and they were just all over the, all around the shark, you know what I mean? So to the point where they couldn't even,
keeping them away from the
they had to force them out. So.
That's dope.
Yo, you know them stories of what's the guy with the fork in the water? Because it was like 3 guys. Yeah. Well, to try to we had pet dolphins, bro. We were riding. It sounds far fetched, but they talk, to us. Like we all frequencies and shit like that and sonar. Like I don't even think we really had to talk before, bro. So I just wanted to.
Nah, they talk about how intelligent dolphins are, and it's incredible. Like if you really got the time, go watch one of them dolphin documentaries and the things that they can do. And like Jimmy said, that echo and that sonar system that they got, where they can do that, shoot it out, for lack of a better term, and when it pings back, it brings back so much information miles and miles ahead of them in the ocean that they already know what they're expecting. Currents, temperature changes, like just different things that they get back from the pinging of this sonar that they're sending out. So like Jimmy said, like if they ain't from this planet, like whatever created that, like come on, bro. Like you know what I'm saying? Like that type of intelligence, bro. Like,
so imagine they enemies or whatever,
right?
They will come back and sit and boom, we already know what's going on over there.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? That's the type of shit that was going on, because they were talking about the war that went on for like 200 years, and which I believe, like they were trying to take out something.
I believe,
but this whatever they were fighting for years was something that was superior.
Yeah.
Was obviously more superior. Like y'all have heard of the Great Wall of China, right?
Right.
About
why it was really built and all of that,
And it was a lot of different things, bro. So shout out to the Dolphins, man. If I could catch one and raise it, I just want to see if I can eventually hear or talk to the motherfucker or something, because there got to be some truth in why it's illegal to talk to him.
It is though. It is.
Yeah.
It is.
All right. Let's go.
Oh yeah, look at your man.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Donovan Mitchell caught himself lacking.
Am I tweaking?
One more time for the people. Jesus.
Donovan Mitchell caught himself lacking.
Am I tweaking?
Hey yo.
That was zesty as fuck, man.
Bro.
Yeah.
Like Jimmy said, man, like these high def cameras is catching everything, bro. And he got caught in the moment, so Donovan Mitchell, you on deck for the suspect bus. You on deck, brother. They making it stop by your house.
Yeah, I don't even.
Dick.
Excuse me?
Jeez Louise.
Yeah,
that was crazy. Like, there's no excuse for that.
You don't do that on accident.
Right.
I've never seen.
Right. Yeah. You don't do that on accident. You don't.
Yeah, you don't.
Hey,
those mannerisms ain't.
Hey, I ain't gonna
accidental.
lie. Yeah, because that looked like he did that out of habit.
Right.
Yeah.
Then they kick back and he's like, "Yo, camera's on."
Yeah.
Oh,
Right.
shit.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, I'm straight.
It's a lot of, and I hate to say unfortunately, because that's gonna sound wild, but
No, fuck it.
in this generation, it's a lot of them that's in the closet. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to figure, like, I know sometimes our generation forgets how much older we are than these guys in the league. So I think Donovan Mitchell might be 26 years old, 27 years old. So these dudes is young. So they fluid like that. So you got a lot of them that's in the closet that's either they gonna start being outed or stuff like that gonna get caught on camera to where it's like, wait a minute. Yeah, nigga.
Did a sexy red
Video right there. It's not always beneficial. That video right there is definitely.
It's definitely. Oh yeah.
Yo, but
so
you
he
know what's
might
crazy?
as well come on out.
I feel like it's a fraternity. I feel like it's a fraternity.
He's the bottom.
And I feel. Holy fuck. And I feel when I say that, I feel like, a lot of it is I feel like 3/10 of the world.
He said 3/10. I don't know.
I feel like
I don't know if that's a lot. He said 3/10.
You understand?
I mean, it's a lot in this grand scheme of things.
Nah. When I say that, I mean like mentally, it's a lot of niggas over there. It's a lot of niggas out there watching other niggas. Like they just don't want to come out the closet. Like seriously, bro, they're niggas. It got to be. It got to be. It got to be where.
Are you saying that? There's a lot of DL niggas out there.
That's what. Yes, but that's the same thing.
Oh yeah. These niggas.
Because if you lusted over a dude, any shape, form, or fashion, yes, ain't nobody look. But just come out. Like I think I think don't be scared. Like it's 2025.
Yeah, it is what it is.
It's 2025. It's no need. It's no need for the just be who you. I mean, like.
Besides, I'm a believer that gay people get like I said, that secret check.
I also
a secret check for being gay.
Whoever's screwing them is most likely rich, because that's the thing about that.
All these gay niggas rich
and barely work.
Secret check.
That's why I said it's a fraternity.
But it's like
it's definitely a fraternity.
But it's like if you tell
It
somebody
is.
about it, you lose your check.
Definitely that.
It's a fraternity.
Shut the fuck up about it.
Yo, that's a strong word, fraternity, man. The fraternal order of the police.
I mean,
same. Hey,
being put in them words is the same as everybody, always say, that's the secret society. That's the Illuminati. That's the,
But I can neither confirm nor deny that it actually happens. Now, I can't say that I'll be bullshit when I say it. I can neither confirm nor deny it. They might actually get a secret check.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
He said, I don't know.
That's why people are converting at a rapid rate.
I mean,
for a check, cause like for a check, niggas do some.
see how Kanye trolling everybody.
Right.
That nigga Kanye making it so his next album
Alright,
cover
y'all.
could be a gay
We're
flag.
gonna post the
a
episode
swastika,
Thursday. Y'all know what it is.
A fucking Hitler like this. Motherfucking
just trying to get
yeah,
paid.
niggas
That's
just
all
dressing
they
the
doing.
fuck out of y'all.
Yo, let's move, man. We going. I feel like we got a good pace going today.
I would agree, but yeah. While I get this one together.
Yeah, what next? Yeah,
that shit was faggoty
Yeah.
as hell.
Whoa.
I mean, I said
Bro.
I said raggedy.
I heard it, but yeah.
It sounds like you said something else.
Jesus, you should probably be on mute button for a little.
But you tell my man you got an attitude problem, some motherfucker. You gonna allow these motherfucking lights to get you fucked up, you big fat young dumb motherfucker. That's right. Huh? Sit on the motherfucking bench. That's what's wrong with you young dumb motherfuckers, man. Taking life as a motherfucking joke. Why you coming today, you big fat funny looking motherfucker? Why you coming today? Could you talk? Yeah. Why you coming today then? See, this dumb motherfucker don't really know why he came here. He came because you got an attitude problem. That's why your young dumb ass came here today, man. Good kids don't come inside somebody's prison, man. Wake them up. Miss Wayne, your young dumb ass, you got a problem. That's why you inside somebody's prison. Back the fuck up with the cameras, man. Back the fuck up. Gonna try to give your young ass something today, man. If you want to hear what the fuck we got to tell you, get the fuck off our stage right motherfucking now. There you go. We ain't your goddamn brothers.
Find out this nigga was in for like stealing like condoms from CVS.
Oh yeah. So that was funny because when I went to Scared Straight, I was in there because for indecent exposure.
Right.
What?
Having sex in the ditch.
Okay, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
In the ditch.
So when niggas was got to screaming and yelling and they're like, fuck out of the stupid. First of all, there was this one little white boy in there who was caught on camera beating the fuck out of a vending machine. They went in on this nigga for no reason. Like, that nigga was crying and everything.
They want to make you cry.
We was all laughing at this nigga though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? They ain't had shit to say for me. That was like, you know what I'm saying? I was like, man, I got caught getting some ass in the fucking ditch. You know what I'm saying? I was like,
I would have dapped you up at that point if I was in there. Like,
right. But the homie said, he said, shit, I wish I could get some ass.
Pause. First of all, he's
what he said.
Yeah, he's definitely he's pause worthy.
Right.
Yeah, he is.
I wish I could get some ass. You looking around? How about you?
Yeah.
Nah, but
yeah, they need to bring that shit back, man. Fucking these kids are out of control.
Going now?
It's probably, you know how they consider
straight for YNs is gonna be different.
Yeah, you know they consider this inhumane
they
now.
probably done
Straight
stopped
for
doing
YNs
this
is
shit
gonna
now.
be different.
Right, nigga.
The inmates might go back to their cell scared.
Nah,
you ain't lying.
Nah, cause you take a gun away from them niggas. These YNs ain't really ain't on
the
shit.
YNs are still outside and you locked up. Where your family at, nigga?
Right.
Yeah, like you said, you were like, oh, word.
You know what I'm saying?
They're gonna remember that nigga word.
You go back to your cell scared and shit.
Right. Nigga, I'm gonna your family up.
Nah, they ain't gonna know the names. Luckily, they don't know names. Now, if they did homework first, and then they come in there and they're like, yeah, nigga, get straight. They be like, hold up.
He said,
Lavelle Marshall.
Word?
Mrs. Eloise Jenkins.
Your mom.
People's in here, nigga. I got your whole shit, nigga.
Your mom comes see you every other weekend,
Your mom
brother.
comes see every other weekend. Shit, I helped her order groceries the other day.
23 Green Street.
Yeah,
Right?
That's where you parole it out to, right?
Body cancer program.
That's where you want to parole out to, right? Keep on playing.
Yo, I think they need to change the concept of the Scared Straight. Like, they need to send them
Actually
niggas
hit
to
the kids?
Nah,
That would be
hold on. Nah, I'm saying, yeah, he was, you were.
I'm just saying.
No. But I'm saying, take them to work. Like, make them niggas, take them to work. Like, force them niggas to work at a construction site, shovel and shit. Like, make them live a day in the life of hard, like doing some hard labor. Yeah, almost. I think that's smarter than trying to really, cause you're not scaring these niggas nowadays. Like you ain't scaring shit. Like like Paul's man said, you're like, yo, shit, like I got the switch on that hoe.
Right. They
You
don't
know what I
give a
mean?
shit.
They don't
You
give a
ain't
fuck
lying.
about nothing. They don't give a fuck about nothing. So they got balls on it and everything. Like them
your
niggas.
son when I get out of here.
Right.
Yo, like what?
Damn, little
He's
nigga.
in third grade.
Like Paul's man said, they going back to the cells shook.
So
they on the phone like, listen,
No, but get out of here.
yeah, I need y'all
All the
to,
time.
these little niggas, I'm talking crazy to them. He done flipped the script.
yeah. Now you scared. Hey, give me your commissary. You know, like
Right, nigga, go all up in your cell, nigga. What you got, nigga?
What you got?
Oh, shit.
Fucking honey buns.
Swoles and shit, nigga.
Right.
That
You
shit
gotta
out there.
live. Then you gotta live in that bitch after that. Like, yo, why the little nigga came in here and chumped this nigga though, son?
Right.
Yeah. So to be honest, bro,
crazy.
scaring them with work, I think, you know, that even like that boot camp mentality. Like I think like, you know, they get in trouble, send them niggas to boot camp. Like I hear like I ain't been in the military, but I heard that shit was hell. The boot camp's part of it. Like I heard that waking up in the morning, crack of dawn, that running and all that shit first thing in the morning, then doing your regular shit on top of that.
See, here's the thing with these YNs now.
Yeah.
I know y'all laugh about it.
Except these YNs now.
You're gonna have to physically whoop their ass. Cause what if a nigga just is like, I ain't fucking running. What's the next move?
I think, you know, like I said, I think the military.
That shit work back when the nigga
is
could yell
better.
at you and be scared of this. And you be scared of this shit.
Nah,
that shit
but-
gonna work now.
You know what I'm doing
man.
with these little
I
niggas?
don't know.
I'm locking them in the morgue. Like, I'm putting them through all kind of torturous shit. Like, you gonna spend a night in the morgue overnight for 36 hours straight. You just locked in here with dead bodies, and you gonna be in an
These
emergency
niggas make
room.
songs like All My Friends Are Dead.
Yeah. Now we gonna
Right.
see.
About that
Yeah,
shit.
we gonna put
Them
you in the
songs
trauma
fake as
unit.
hell.
We
You
gonna
gonna-
put
you
you in the
gonna
trauma
wake up.
unit.
Trauma unit.
You know what I'm saying? Make you see all these kids coming in getting shot and stitched up and dying, brains have
Make
split.
it work.
Like you
I'm
gotta
saying.
let
I'm
them
telling you, at the
see
end of the day,
all
the
the
real hard-headed nigga.
all the other side of this
Nigga
shit.
gonna have a rap video at the end of it. They gonna be filming the whole time. Like,
Nah, they can't
tell
film.
you, nigga,
I feel like working though. I feel like
best
working.
Scene, these scenes he ever had.
Because like you said, you gotta traumatize these little niggas now because they already traumatized on the other end.
do that.
Nah, but bro,
At a young age.
pairing them up like letting them do time, but they pair it up with, you know, like like when I was locked up, like it was for some reason every time I get locked up, it's always either like the older Muslim dude or an old Christian. Like every time I got locked up, it's always them old dudes that's preaching, hey, bro, like you know the rock type nigga, who always So you fucking up, young blood. Like I think pairing them instead of putting them with another YN, don't put them with a young 25, 20, like they got to go in there with a 40. You know, lock them up. They got to do 1 year with this dude.
The reason why Scared Straight don't work, and I think it's
That
probably
nigga said-
Because they not scared.
That nigga just gave him a year.
It's because the fact
Yo,
is,
do the whole year.
The fact is,
off the street, bro.
You
I know.
Scared Straight became like wrestling. Everybody know that at the end of the day, these niggas ain't gonna lay hands on right. So you know what I'm saying? You can sit here and yell all you want to, and I get it.
I'm leaving.
And I'm leaving,
Right.
and your ass is gonna be sitting there here hoping that somebody answer your next phone call.
And I'm gonna go shoot
You know
up
what I'm
another
saying?
neighborhood as soon as I leave. But like I said,
I'm yours.
they gotta do at least, bro. I'm making them do a year. Like, bro, you gonna do a year and you gonna be in here with brother somebody or whoever, this 45-year-old dude, and I tell the 45-year-old dude or 50-year-old dude, I help limit your time if you help. If you work,
That's
you know what
why,
I'm saying? Like, that's the only way, really, because they're not gonna get scared. They're not scared of nothing.
That's why I shout out to 45 and 47, Donnie G, man. Like, nigga, ship them to Ecuador. Let them go do, like you said, if you get I do it like this. If I'm a judge, let's say you get a 10-year sentence. I'm knocking off a year for every year you do somewhere in South America. Go over there and
just
work.
drop them off in the jungle.
Your family can't work. So now if you get it, your family can't easily come see you now, because imagine the hassle they got to go.
They're gonna be crying, bro. They ain't fucking with that.
Bro, but they're really trying to do that. I think it was don't quote me on this. It's one of the countries in South America for sure. I know for a fact. He said yes. Send your inmates over here. We're gonna use them in our work camps so they can start building up the infrastructure over here.
But why do you think they're gonna do that as well? Because they're also gonna They're also gonna populate, and then it's gonna be. Who knows? The Great Reset, Costa Rica might be the spot where all African Americans
and guess what he
probably
said?
Be.
Will pay y'all, not pay the inmates, pay the United States. Like it's going, not pay the inmates, but I think it was El Salvador. It was one of them, but it's the same place where they build in the jail strictly for like the MS-13 niggas and all of that. It's that prison. So he's like, for all the niggas that's getting gang charges
too.
Yeah, because because y'all know the right now, like that gangbanging shit is considered terrorism now. So they trying to work it out to where if you get caught and any one of your charges is under that gang shit and it's considered terrorism, you getting shipped over there. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm like, fuck it, send them niggas over there.
Elaborate on that. Did y'all hear about that shit too? About the prison they built, but they it was Mexican.
Yeah,
had a lot to do with the Mexican inmates and everybody MS-13.
Right. All the gang niggas. Yeah,
but it was another area also that's involved in this. It's not.
Yeah,
just,
it's somewhere in South
Spanish.
America. Yeah. But you're right. Yeah, but it's the president of that particular country built this jail just for them. Specifically for the gang niggas, yo.
That just lets you know that what we've been doing here.
Slavery.
Well, exactly. But what we've been doing, but we set the blueprint.
I'll say this much though, as much as I am against slavery. They did get one thing right when it comes to keeping motherfuckers in line.
What's that? Yeah.
Sometimes you just gotta whoop a motherfucking ass.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's what it always boils down to when it comes to, Kunta Kinte, goddammit, kept running.
I'm going to say this, and I'm going to say
they took the foot off, he ain't run off no more.
Right. And I'm going to clean it up because I want to say it because this is going to sound wild.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying it's
if somebody does
I am not okay with how they did Kunta Kinte.
Yeah. No, but I
need to put that out there.
Right. But I'm agreeing with you. If somebody does a drive-by and hits innocent body, it hits anybody. Forget the innocent body. It's just anybody, and it's gang-related. Like you said, I'm okay with the public lynching. I'm okay with it. You get caught. Because imagine the
public lynching.
Bruh, I'm okay with it. By the family itself.
By
the family.
I'm okay with I'm okay with, you know what I'm saying, the family being legally allowed to beat the brakes off.
Yeah, by the family.
I'm saying.
I'm telling you, stoning and all that, right in public. Take them to the town square. And
look, man.
Get to it.
There are motherfuckers who just it's simple. It's motherfuckers who do learn, motherfuckers who don't learn.
Right, regardless of what you do.
And when it comes to motherfuckers who don't learn,
right,
you have to at least make sure that they don't
teach them
fuck up again.
Right. And that's the thing. Yeah.
Still got to be in charge of making sure they don't fuck up again.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, I'm sure it's crime.
I'm saying you can't be responsible. You'll never be responsible for that. You can't never make that outcome. You know,
like, okay, for instance,
gonna do something.
There are thieves
in kicking the kid out of school.
Right. There are thieves in the Middle East. There are definitely people stealing shit in the Middle East. But to know that I'm gonna get my hand chopped off if I get caught,
it makes you think about,
the odds of it brings it a lot. You know what I'm saying?
How much do I want this fucking
exactly.
That's because the punishment is
exactly.
The punishment here, niggas
right.
just like, hell, some niggas like them ain't think about no pussy, so they can go to prison and live happily.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? Me personally, I would die if I had to do life in prison instantly because there's no vagina. I mean,
so some of these punishments ain't fitting the crime, and it needs to.
There's no vagina.
Right. You know, but the
like
fact
ever again,
that prison shit, you know, everybody's starting to learn the U.S.'s tactics as far as the prison system goes.
Yeah, everything.
Like what you said, like we've made it profitable. That's why they're opening these prisons now in other places. Like, so think about this: if they ready, and if like you already see they call our babies nigga babies and shit like that, and all that bullshit. Right. Imagine if like when the time is ready, like you said, they're gonna start with the gangs. We're gonna build one for the blacks now, even though we already have them, but we're gonna move it to Ecuador or Costa Rica, and then
shipping niggas
over there to do time. And once they get out, it's gonna build that. It's gonna build that place that it's at.
This how they, you know what I'm saying, to add on to what you're saying, this how they gonna get niggas. 9 times out of 10, you already felony, so you're gonna get caught with a gun, and it's gang related. The gun charge makes it a federal case. The terrorism gang-related charge makes it a terrorist case. Yeah. So, I mean, makes it a federal case. Right. So, this is how easy it's going to be to ship your ass over there because it's not a state charge, it's a federal charge. Hey, we built a federal prison in a whole nother country. Send your ass over there. You know what I'm saying?
Now you become citizens of that particular country.
They try to ship me up like, I don't have a passport.
Right.
I can't go.
Yo, let's go to the next one though.
Oh yeah, we were dragging that.
Yo, you close that window right there too, pause, man. You can stop.
Oh, now that nigga's in here.
Yeah, they're drawn to the light, so they're coming in from the window.
Oh yeah.
See, I just seen.
Yeah.
There you go.
Jesus.
It's, he's gonna die in a second as soon as I get this shit set up. But y'all can go ahead and stall for me for a second. If you
want. We're stalling, but I'm trying to make sure that
he's
dragon that's flying around.
But it's okay. I'm gonna
bars.
Right
no brakes, all gas. Hope y'all last. The one that carried the most weight fall fast. I had to create a bar graph with enough information inside of it to teach a small class. I don't understand y'all math. I put a bird in a pot, it jump out and haul ass. This gon' make y'all laugh. I love that voodoo shit. I get a new bitch for every spell that my broadcast. I'm on a different mode. I make my hoes step on birds for me, that's why they pigeon-toed. I've been exposed to different stoves. I stay away from niggas that told and women that be digging gold. They tried to hit me with weak charges. Y'all squeal, take deals, and try to re-bargain. Moses was a murderer, but for the sea pardon. My lawyer make the DA look retarded. All I know is the truth. When I spoke to the youth, tell them stay low with your crew. It's bankrolls to produce. Tell them stay focused and shoot. Stay close to the loot. Cause these young niggas are smoking for promotional use. Like Bishop and Q in the closing the juice. I tell ya, hold on and let 2 go on your roof.
38 special.
Yeah. This is the second time. I don't know why, but I just heard when he said I get the hoes to step on my birds, that's why they pigeon-toed.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, that shit is crazy.
That's a crazy bar.
Yeah, it
That's
is.
a crazy
and then the last one when he was like, from Juice, you know what I'm saying? I take it to the roof, you know what I'm saying? I put 2 in the, you know what I'm saying? Put 2 in your roof. Take it to the roof and put.
But I know what you mean. Yeah, the juice flip. Yeah, talk about
to hold on. Yeah,
Pac and Omar Epps.
But just come on in.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
come on, boss man. I did it. I did.
But yeah, shout out to 38 Special. And you gotta kill that beat. You know what I'm saying? That politics as usual beat.
Certain beats.
I mean, no, that's the Can I Live beat. I'm sorry.
Can I Live?
Yeah, I said politics.
We're gonna have to. One of these episodes on the bars section, we just gonna put some bars, cause I be feeling like, anyway.
You know what it is? It have to be. It gotta be acapella on the original beat.
It gotta be, cause we ain't gonna be able to get it to play.
Yeah.
So cause we definitely are lyrically inclined in the building.
Most definitely.
Is there anything about bars like y'all wanna anything about the rap, like anything
in particular? I will say this. I believe that this is Wu-Tang's last tour. So if you get a chance to go out and see them, I would definitely try to if I'm you. You know, because I believe that they're doing their last North American tour together. You know what I'm saying? That don't mean they won't do shit individually. So
I think
that's just on some hip hop shit.
We should probably plan it if they come to Atlanta.
Oh, they definitely are. I just don't know. It ain't past
legendary.
shit, you know what I'm saying? But,
Grew up on Wu-Tang.
I think we should go as like PMP, you know what I mean? That'll be dope as fuck or something like that. Yeah. As long as we get the heads up and knowing in time, we can probably do that, man.
I've been fortunate enough to see him twice, but I would definitely. I know they're gonna kill his last tour. I know they're gonna break that shit down. So definitely got to go do that.
Yeah. All right, so it's time for topics.
Yeah, this
motherfucker about
I'm gonna kill him though.
Right.
Yo, hit with the hat. You smacked him. Like I don't know if he's he ain't dead, but he's pissed off.
Yeah.
He is tight right now.
Man, if I would have had my regular glasses, I would have.
Anyhow.
Yeah, we got dragons flying around.
Hell
here.
yeah.
Right.
Little baby dragon.
I will smite thee with my dragon. Valerian. With my Valerian steel.
Oh, shit.
Oh, my God.
Topic.
Ryan Hinton's father, 38-year-old Rodney Hinton, is charged with aggravated murder in the deputy's death. He was taken to University Hospital in critical condition. Hours later, the Hamilton County Sheriff's deputy dies. The CPD homicide unit investigating both the death of the deputy killed today and the death of the 18-year-old shot by police.
I can assure you, as the chief of police for Cincinnati, I will ensure you transparency and a thorough and accurate investigation.
You just got to update.
Yeah. Okay. So this is a sad story, but I kind of brought it to the fellas just to see how they feel about it from the father's side. So basically, the father's son and a couple other people was in a stolen car. They all, get out, flee. Everybody run their separate ways. The police chased this particular guy's son. Kid pulled out a gun, didn't shoot it, but pulled out a gun. The cop ended up shooting. One of the cops ended up shooting the kid and killing him. Mm-hmm. The very next day, the father caught one of the just a random cop in the crosswalk.
A random cop?
Yeah, just a random cop in the crosswalk doing his little cross guard thing. Hit him with the car. Guy went to the hospital, ended up dying in the hospital. Father turned himself in. Was locked up for capital murder. So it's a sad situation, but it's like,
it was a dumb situation.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying, because it's like, golly,
I feel bad for the dude losing, but that
right,
didn't do it.
Yeah, and that's what makes it
for the cop that did it.
Right, and your son, again, God bless the little kid's soul. He pulls a gun out. We just not in that time where you can do that to a cop and expect
nothing about that was smart.
Right. So it's it's an unfortunate situation. A father losing his life to the system because he definitely ain't coming home. And a son that's passed away. I can only imagine what the mother is going through right now.
It is sad, but it really sounds like stupidity runs in that fucking family.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
that's crazy. That's really what it sounds like.
Yeah, I mean, like that's why I wanted to.
Out when the police is on you?
Right, because it's a real conversation to be had. Yeah, like what are you thinking? You know what I'm saying?
Run a random cop over.
What color were they?
They were black. Mm-hmm. They were black. Yeah.
That makes it sad for Jim.
Right. Damn.
It does.
Oh.
It doesn't. It just lets me know that a lot of them are carrying guns and not really going. Like this ain't no movie. Why do you
pull the strap out?
Why do you
pull it? Not use it at this point. I mean, I'm not saying that
because they don't know what else to do at that
I'm
point.
not advocating for people going out and shooting at the police. So don't say that. I'm saying that if you are going to pull the strap out on the police.
I mean,
you better let off, because
like you said, you jumping out of a stolen vehicle, 4 people scatter. Like you said, that's the last thing you should do is pull a fucking gun out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, let me say, but what if it was a situation going on where maybe he was getting robbed or if he knew, to where he just jumped out with, I don't know.
It's unfortunate, man. He should have pulled the strap at that moment. He really, at that moment, got to realize, hey, I am fucked. look, I got a gun
Yeah,
on me.
yeah,
Do
yeah,
not
yeah,
fucking
yeah,
shoot me.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? At that
yeah,
point, don't pull the strap out on the fucking
I
police,
mean,
man.
you know, that's how we
Because even
think.
in pursuit, because you know, there was video footage of it. I was just like I said, I didn't want to make the video too long. So in the pursuit, you could see them running, chasing them, and then you hear the cops say, "He got a gun, he got a gun." Then you hear the shots. You know what I'm saying? So, right. So you know what I mean? Like,
on both parts. The sad thing is, the only person I feel bad for is the random cop who was doing the
that's
fucking
and bro, that's where again, like at the PMP, we just tell it like it is. We keep it honest. I was like, damn,
like random dude,
random cop just died, yeah. And then you want to know how fucking painful that was because he didn't die right
I
away.
say fuck the police all the time. Don't get me wrong, but
there's certain situations it's like, damn, like yeah, that's that was the get back. Like, man,
random.
I just want to say too, man. Like, even though we say like police, and I just feel bad that lives are lost. You know what I'm saying? Like dumb over something dumb. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
nigga went to work that day and decided, I'm just gonna go ahead and do what I normally do.
That's
and
hard.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Bam.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the problem with guns, though. And the guns ain't the ones that kill people. It's
Talking about the random car that came out of nowhere.
Yeah, but yeah, that too. I mean, but that brought that up. You know what I'm saying? But that's the action that come from guns. Like ultimately.
And the footage, like there was footage of the wreck. It was bad too, because you could tell it looked like it was a situation where he pinned him up against a pole.
He was drunk.
Right.
He had to be drinking.
Yeah, because the car, it was an SUV and it was smashed heads on into a pole. It was nasty.
Boss man, you okay over there, man?
Yeah.
He looks like he's having a
overload.
Yeah, man.
Overload.
I feel bad for this guy, but we also know how I feel about. I can't talk about it.
Nah, you're not. Hey. Yo, pause, man's on pause.
Yeah.
I forgot.
Asking me
I know. I was just thinking about the.
What was about to
happen? What happened? Yeah.
Oh yeah, the F bomb, the trigonometry.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I did, didn't I?
Yo, let's go to the.
Anybody else got a?
Anybody else eye for eye? I mean, it's sad because it ain't even eye for eye. It's like
I was about to say.
Yeah, it's not even eye for eye, really. It's just like this random guy just got.
Man is not responsible.
Right.
Yeah, and it wasn't an eye for an eye in a good way. Let me be clear.
Yeah, it was just some random mess up. I feel sorry.
So if it was the cop or the cop's son, it would be justifiable.
I don't think it would be.
Nah, I mean, yeah, because you kids can't murder.
Well,
I'm just saying.
Good question.
No,
Diego.
No, because it's not like.
Is it big?
I will tell you why. Because it's not like in this situation. It's not like the cop vindictively went and hunted this kid down and killed him.
Right.
The guy was doing his job, and nigga pulled his strap out, and so he had to air him out. Like, what the fuck would you have done? Like, in that same situation, as period, cop or not.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying? I get that. So. It's not like he vindictively went and did this. Mm-hmm. Whereas I would now had he have intentionally went out to go hunt this kid down, then you know what I'm saying, me and justice is probably different than y'all's. Mm-hmm. But in this situation, nah, that's not fucking justice.
If you're a juror and to take, all bias out of it, try to, you know what I'm saying? Being on this side and this, who we are as black men.
Right.
And he pleads temporary insanity. Would you accept that?
Nah.
Because too much time had passed. Because it was literally the next day when he did the.
It was literally the next day, but at the same time.
If the dad pleaded temporarily insanity, would you, as a juror, be like, you know what? I can see somebody being. Like taking your biasness out of you. Not like if you just a juror and you hear him say, "Yo, I was temporarily insane when I made that decision."
I know what it's like to do things when I'm, I'm saying, quote unquote, not in full control.
Right.
And I still have to be accountable for those fucking actions.
Gotcha.
So I can't sit here and plead nothing. You know what I'm saying? I believe temporary insanity is an excuse to do what the fuck you wanted to do at that motherfucking moment and try to get away with it.
Nah, it's just.
I believe in real insanity, but temporary insanity.
Nah, temporary, like it's a certain level of shock, and that's why it's called temporary insanity because ain't no telling what you'll do at that time.
Right.
Because remember last episode, you know, what you'll do for your children.
Oh, yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So boom, that's the same thing. His father, same thing. His father. That's a father. You know, that's in that position.
Right.
You know, to where that's his child. Okay. So boom, that's a father reacting to what happened.
That was probably the first copy scene because he literally was the, you know, for it to be a crossing guard, it got to be early in the morning, you know, a lot of people. So it had to be like, it was literally the next morning, and that was probably the first cop he seen. And he, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm with you. I could, you know what I mean? Like, but that's why I asked. Like, yeah, that was that.
Yo, let's not laugh at someone's pain though. Let's
temporary.
I think we should.
I'm laughing at get the camera off of
the
me.
situation. Yeah. Oh, okay. My bad.
I'm definitely not laughing.
Okay. Nah, you're not. Definitely not laughing.
I'm laughing at to get the camera off of me. That shit was funny.
That's the funny thing.
Yeah.
Oh, my bad.
He said, "Hey, go over there."
Oh man.
Yo, let's go to the next one, because we're almost done. Let's wrap it up, B.
Wrap it up.
Man, I hope he's not locked up. For sure.
Oh yeah, my man's.
Oh, he's done. Oh, you talking about my man?
I was about to say who?
The guy was the other guy.
The guy who runs over cops?
Yeah,
I forgot.
I forgot.
Yo, that's you.
Has not been told to black people about white people is that secretly, white people are not united. Why? White people tell you that black people are what? The minority. They mean percentage, small group of people, even though we know minority according to law means you have the mind of a child. That's why we shouldn't accept it. They'll tell us that we are the minority or the smallest group in America. If black people are the smallest group in America, and white people confirm this, and white people also say that black people are the biggest consumers, then that means secretly white people are parasites to black people, and every single group of white people are preying on us as consumers. P-R-E-Y. Okay? Why? That's a big secret. Because we thought we had to fight people to destroy the system. All we have to do is withdraw from using the system as much as possible. That's all that means. What does that mean? Pull your children out of public school. Homeschool them. It's not illegal. What does that mean? Stop giving birth to your children in the hospital. Withdraw. You say you fall back because they told us a secret that they should have never told us that we never caught on. That we are the minority, yet the biggest consumers. How could the smallest group of people on the land be the biggest shoppers? So this means that white people don't support white people. This means all white people are collecting their welfare check in the form of black consumers.
Come on. That was some real shit. Brother Polite, ladies and gentlemen.
Brother Polite. I just wanna make sense. Nah, we clap. But we gave you the
golf clap.
But you know, like, we always talk about this, so I just felt like it's a good closing point for me, you know, from us, because we always talk about shit like this, but they make their money off our backs, bro, like off of us, pause, right, I guess. You know, they make, see, that's,
they literally do.
That,
Go ahead.
Yeah, but they make their money, like, off of that. Like, and what he said about withdrawing from the system is something that we've been talking about, well, I know I've been talking about a lot. And we have too, trying to figure out, because we just talked about this is still their system regardless of what we're doing. Like, we still in a system that is controlled by somebody else, but creating our own system by teaching, because education is education, bro. You know what I'm saying? Whether you got a credit, you know, a degree or no degree, education is still education. Is what you're gonna, you know, what you can teach. Because if you look at the curriculum of private schools compared to the curriculum of public schools, and then let's say public schools, I'm gonna just throw one out there, APS, Atlanta Public Schools, right? Same, there's inside of that, there's inside of Atlanta, you also have Fulton County schools, right? Mm-hmm. Same, you know, two different curriculums, bro. You know what I'm saying? Right. Different money.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Okay. Because, you know, I had to move in certain areas so my kids got the better You know what I'm saying? The better education, like, and that,
You see the difference.
And you
was
see the
dancing
difference.
Around, you danced around saying you kept them out of Atlanta public schools.
I did. I kept them out of, but the reason is, soon as we moved here, because I think we got here in like 2013. When we first got here, you know, they were like, man, y'all in a great school system. At the time we got here, it was like, okay, you know, I heard that it's good, but you don't know because you're still trying to get a feel of the place that you're in. Right. And then you start hearing stories. And what was going on at that time in particular was the scandal with a PS school system where the kids weren't getting. So I was like, damn, we actually, you know, lucked up in that. And then I started to notice because when I got the kids, some of the kids were in middle school, the others were in elementary. Do you know when we first got here, they were giving them tablets? They were giving them all these things, but in the APS school system, they weren't getting these things.
Exactly.
That was one of the things. So the benefits of just because they're living, so that just lets you know the system is wrong. But I'm gonna let you know that the education is all that matters. What they're teaching is still what they're teaching. So withdrawing from the system, for me, I don't want to take up a bunch of time, but this topic is deep because we don't realize how much for the future, like if we did started with this generation, homeschooling, you know, teaching.
Financial freedom.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Right. You know, things that they're going to need to move forward and leave out because they're really taught a bunch of things that nobody can actually fact check. Like this is like, and they told that, and they like, cause we were told that.
Right.
Like we were told certain things that Christopher Columbus found America.
Everything, you know, that's ever been told is something that can't none of us fact check. It's always been like that.
Yep. So imagine being taught from your mom.
Exactly.
Or your grandmother.
That's why people, you know, be going back and forth because, like, oh nah, I learned it from, you know, my grandma.
That same system. It's not,
yeah, that don't make it right. They was being taught the wrong thing since day one.
I say if they was taught from that same system, what are they teaching you?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? That's the sad part about it. It's like, I always say withdrawal for me because it's like, all the time I say it's not designed for us to be in the first place.
Exactly.
That's why I used to be, I ain't gonna lie, I used to be mad at white people for conquering the world. And, you know what I'm saying? And that's turned into me being more mad at us for not.
For not.
You know what I'm saying? Like they were able to do what we couldn't, even though there were way more of us. You know what I'm saying? They were able to.
I mean, it wasn't no need for, you know, all this type of stuff, you know, that the white folks got going on.
Yeah.
It wasn't no need for that. We was living, you know, how we supposed to live here.
Right. But even when it went together and even when it went down, we didn't all unite and fight against it and destroy it. No, we fell in line. And that's why my anguish towards them has gone away. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to put all the anguish on us, but because, you know, times were different then also. You know what I'm saying?
You know who played the slow game that we watching right now that's going to eventually become the superpower? The Chinese. Like, if we see all the chess pieces that, you know, and the moves that they've made now, especially now in hindsight, and we can go back as far as we can go back as kids in the 80s, and you just start seeing them taking over certain industries and doing certain shit, and fast forward to now, and it's like, y'all played the slow game just like going back to what you said, the Anglo-Saxons and how they conquer shit. They just doing it in this era where it's not necessarily bombing shit in World War III's. Right. Everything is digital and we're going to take over your infrastructure. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I mean?
Chestnut checkers.
Yeah. And I was Googling while Jimmy was talking, going back to the withdrawn from the system, the financial part. It said black people, I Googled it, and it said black people are responsible for $900 billion per year as far as consumer spending money, and it's estimated to go up to $1.7 trillion by 2030, which is only 4.5 years away, you know, technically, you know what I'm saying? So that's crazy. 1.7 trillion by 2030, black people are responsible.
Some made up paper.
Right. You know what I'm saying? So
that we have to, and under the impression that it's needed to revolve around life living.
Thank you.
And that's the whole thing.
Pause,
That's why I said, you know what I'm saying? I always say, try to remove ourselves from it, but thing is that collectively, we as a people don't get together to do it.
Yeah. Right.
Collectively, I mean, because individually, we're all powerful, but collectively, we are slaved.
Collectively, are we ready for those responsibilities? As a whole, can we uphold what we withdrawn from for ourselves? You know what I mean? That's the question.
You know what?
Well, see, we'll do what they did. What they did was they made sure that it doesn't matter
about.
I mean, we know what needs to be
doesn't matter
done.
if they could or not. What they did was they took it by force and made sure there won't nothing else to get them.
Not only that, go ahead.
You know what I'm saying?
Not only that too
That's
is
what niggas need to do.
Yo, let me ask y'all a serious question. Like in most cases, whether I talk to white, black, or therefore or any other, they can only remember back, like their families, they can only remember history from at least 3 generations back. Right? Like once you ask questions about their, you know, like it goes for grandfather.
Started slavery, low-key.
Not just that. I mean, even when you ask white, they did. Now, real quick, I just want to say that before I lose a thought. It's because of this. There was y'all ever heard of a reset, bro? Y'all ever heard? Okay, so
the Great Reset.
All right, so and it makes sense because nobody really. Of course, there might be people who know. Yeah, well, my great. Like, okay, like show me some kind of proof of all that shit and where you from. Because when I talk to my oldest relatives, and this goes for all of life, like all of us have the oldest relative in their family. Ask them who is ask them their grandfather. And then ask them, do they remember their grandfather's father? Right. Most families that I've spoken to say the same things. They don't know, and I'm talking about color. I'm talking about whether Indian, Chinese, or whatever. They all gonna say the same thing. It's like 2 or 3 generations up they can remember.
That's how it is on my pop's side. My mom's side, we just, you know what I'm saying, is it's like every story has always been passed down. Like they've been big on that. You know what I'm saying? So we all know everybody who just kept on going back.
So how far does it go back?
On my mom's side?
Yeah.
On my mom's side.
That you can remember.
On my mom's side.
That someone can trace.
Five generations.
Now, in that 5 generations, right? There would be able to be stories of.
So that's like late 1700s, damn near. Early 1800s.
Nah, that's way too far.
1800s.
I mean, it wouldn't be that far.
Nah, that's not. But that's only like 3.
Because I'm saying
that's only like 3, 4.
Man, 3 generations of your family are alive right now. Maybe 4.
Right. Because I was gonna say, because
4 generations of your family are alive right now.
Nah.
Your mom, you, your kids, and when your kids have kids, that's 4 generations right there.
Nah, that's 3.
Right
but I only have 3 now. Right? No, you said my mom. Okay, my
and
mom.
I always think
that's
about
alive, that's just alive right
that's
now.
4.
Right.
So you know what I'm saying? Like it's not that crazy to have that many generations.
Right.
Like,
and that's why I said, and that's why I said the
1700s.
1700s, because if you think about that oldest person in that 5th generation, their memories can stretch back. You see what I'm saying? Yeah.
My mama Hazel was my great grandmother. She told me stories about her great grandmother.
Right.
And stuff like that.
Right,
So you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like that's how I was able to.
And her great grandmother probably told her stories of
You
her great grandmother.
But
that
that's
goes
what I'm
way,
saying.
you
But
know what I mean?
y'all are proving my point, though.
My great grandmother.
Y'all are proving my point, though. What I'm saying is
in the same.
Right. But what I'm saying is, you said your dad's didn't, but your mom's did. That's like what I'm saying is in most cases, and the reason that is because
most of the shit wasn't passed down.
Right, but it's supposed to be. It's most of he's right. Like most of shit's supposed to be passed down. That's my point. Is that the people?
Nothing wasn't passed down on my
It's supposed to be
but what
knowledge,
I'm saying is
stories.
My mom's side of the family was way more into keeping track of all that shit.
That's what I mean. It's broken with a lot of families. They don't have that. So they don't even have truth. So their truths hasn't been. So what I'm saying is from now, right? This is how we fix a problem. We do what the elite has done.
Right.
They made sure that knowledge was passed down from. So we talk about some of these people know shit from, like you talk about, from 17, from 16, from 14. Do you know what kind of knowledge and power that holds for the future?
Can I say it's self-inflicted too? And I ain't mean to cut you.
Nah, you good.
I ain't mean to cut your wisdom. Well, I say it's self-inflicted too, and you know, and I'm only saying this because I just did it. Because as parents, and you know, this is for any generation, please go take them babies to just go sit and talk to their grandparents. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why I say it's self-inflicted, because you know, even though your kids are much older now, if you go back to the times when they were younger,
they'll know stuff.
Then you might have took them to visit, but how much talk time do they get with, like you said, you sit down and you tell those stories and you give them a chance to sit down with their grandmother for an hour and a half, 2 hours, and just talk. You know what I'm saying? No distractions, no none of that.
I'm over here, like, because we always think about generations like it's a long period of time, but isn't a generation just 20 years? Or something like that?
Yeah, because technically
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, what it would be, I guess. 20, maybe.
So if you're
on the age.
I mean, roughly though. You know what I'm saying?
Somebody told me it's a little.
Most people have.
Because I think it would be.
I'm not saying like everybody does.
By the time your kid would have a kid, that would be
another
consider that a generation. Yeah.
Because I'm a third.
See,
that's my point. I'm a third.
So when I said I know about 5 generations, I was talking about 5 generations with me being the baby generation.
Right.
So really, technically, there's like 2 generations after me.
Gotcha.
Right. You know what I'm saying? So it's really like 7.
Okay.
Right, because those other 5 still exist right now. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Because you know what I'm saying? I'm old enough for my kid to have
I was talking about before you.
Right.
I was talking about before you.
So before me, you know what I'm saying? 5, yes.
Okay. That makes it about.
You know what I'm saying?
See, that's great though, because my grandmother don't even remember. She only remembers her grandfather, and she said her grandfather would tell her stories about her.
I don't know shit
father.
For that though. For all I know, them motherfuckers just appeared out the thin.
Like it's dope. Your grandkids can talk to their great grandmother right now. You see what I'm saying? Your grandkids can talk to their great grandmother.
I got you.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
That's
I wasn't
that's
able
kind
to do
of
that.
rare. That you
good.
got that right there. That generational gap to where it's like. Yeah, like his grandkids can talk to their right now. You know what I'm saying? So that's dope that can happen.
So,
you know what I'm saying?
So me and you guys soon, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
When y'all get to that point, it's like you're going to be telling them things, you know, telling them stories, how it was in your time. Right. You know what I'm saying? What was going on, like that type of stuff. Like, and for me, I tell them real shit, like don't trust. Like, this is what happened. Like, people, because history changes, and we're not going to be around. So really, you know, withdrawing from the system really could be, don't necessarily mean withdraw, but make sure they're prepared for the system just as well. It ain't about us. Right. It's about moving. It's about the ones under us, and then the ones under us, and that's how they won.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's how they winning, bro. I'm telling you.
They constantly got stuff to pass down, and like you said, them pushing us and, you know, back and kind of getting a head start in the race of life or whatever, you know, however we want to call it, really messed us up. You know what I'm saying? And like you said, now we catching up and trying to pass down wisdom. And, you know, we say this all the time, when we're just now breeding the first class of billionaires and multimillionaires in our generations, that we really just seeing this, you know what I'm saying? Like, now you got the financial literacy part. Now you got to start buying back what we actually lost in the process of losing that race. So now they can say no. You know what I'm saying? We're going to sell it to this, you know, Jewish people over here. You know what I'm saying? We're going to let them buy up the, you know, we seen it right there on the west side. You know what I'm saying? Like, we letting them buy up the hood first, and we're going to push y'all out. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of stuff that
with the
on.
Gentrification.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? So
the gentrification.
You said gentrification?
Gentrification. That shit's a real deal.
I know about gentrification. Yeah, but I thought somebody said gentrification.
It might as well be called gentrification.
Right.
Yo, for me, last thing from me to close it out, I think ginger. You know, I think we should just teach. We should empower more. You know, because we know what they're gonna try to teach them in the schools. You know, about that we came from slavery and we did. I think if we get that mentality out of.
Exactly.
If we get that love, that mentality, because what happens, you start off feeling inferior.
Exactly.
Mentally.
You
know what I'm saying?
They keep you trying to, everything you do is supposed to influence that.
So if you teach the opposite in your household to your children, you know, let them know how important, you know, they are, you know, it'll work out better. I believe so. So, you know, that's my advice for, you know, when it comes to withdrawing from the system, is instilling confidence. And that, you know, that even means, you know, stop the cussing your kids out, you know, making them feel less of. So, you know, let's say some confidential shit. I don't even know if that made sense, but be very confident to your kids.
Confidential is definitely a word, but that's not how you speak.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I mean.
But you confident shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I'm with you, bro.
I mean, rare Jews are confidential though.
Okay.
Rare Jews, you know what I mean? And that's what it is, you know. You know, rare Jews, real knowledge, real life situation.
Yeah.
You know, that people don't have nowadays. You know, so yeah. Still on point.
Look at what the Egyptians did in the pyramids and the writings on them walls. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, the jewels that they left for why mankind exists in the first place. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. We don't understand none of that, but they put it there for a reason.
Exactly.
Yeah, you got different nations debating on what this mean, what that mean, but we know it means something. You know what I'm saying? And when whoever crack that code and figure it out, you know what I'm saying? That is what it is.
Right.
I think we'll be able to walk in there, smoke a L, and that shit'll just start formulating. Like, oh shit! Like, why you like? Can we go visit that? Yeah. Is that possible?
You can, but you can't go inside.
Exactly.
You can go in some of them, but
you can?
Not like the pyramids. Yeah. Or they can because they got the tour. Yeah, but it's certain ones you cannot go in, and of course, it's certain areas of
you can't go.
Some of them shits they said still booby traps, so they won't even let you go down there.
I think it's booby trap for them. It's booby trap to the infidel.
Or some Indiana Jones.
If you have enough melanin, you can.
Yes, you can walk through. Now they're gonna put you in the front, like keep going. You know what I'm saying?
Jimmy said. Like Jimmy said, though, you gonna
darkies.
Yeah, you figure that shit out. You gonna start glowing.
Yeah, for real, like Bruce Lee.
I'm telling you, yo, you gonna get some type of power. I'm telling you.
Oh, they gonna detain you at that point. The second you unlock some Dragon Ball Z shit in front of them.
Many of black men have disappeared going to see the
powers have been reactivated.
Get them. Scientists have been trying to uncover the history behind the Negro powers.
Yeah.
Tyrone walks right in and he.
Right. No problem.
No problem. Yeah, that's what. Yo, I think anywhere you forbidden, there's some shit going on.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Anywhere that's forbidden, but you over there.
Right. It's forbidden, but y'all there.
Yeah, but you over there testing and analyzing.
Like Antarctica. I promise you, whatever I can't wait to do.
Man, I can't wait to
they expose what's happening. I can't wait. I just can't wait.
Yo, I just wish I had jet money.
Right.
Oh, I wish I had Antarctica trip money, because you could pay for a tour to go.
Yeah, they do got the what's the cruises and all of that. Yeah.
Bro, the first $3.2 million I make, I'm not buying a car, a house.
I need to see what they're doing out there.
I'm going over there.
I need to see the ice wall. I believe the ice wall exists. I believe, okay, and I know we about to close the show, y'all, but you know, if we talk about, you know, deep in the rabbit hole conspiracy theories, I believe the ice wall exists more than I believe in flat earth.
Okay. It's one and the same though. It's one and the same.
Like, I know that shit is
because
out there.
Listen,
that ice
okay,
wall shit.
now okay, so where?
Oh boy.
Okay, hold on, real quick.
I knew this was
See,
gonna
y'all over the
going.
rabbit hole, but check
this
us out. I just want to say this: if there's gonna be a wall around the Earth, right? That means it has to be flat, because then you could just go up and go over the wall. If it's a globe, think about
I don't know if it works. Like, you could just go up.
You can't go. Like, you go to this wall and it's like voodoo. You can't.
Right.
What's
Like
over it is more
you.
land. So if it was round, it couldn't be more land. It would be space.
Would the ice wall just be a fucking mountain?
No,
bro,
it's actually, it's actually a.
It's round, but it's around it.
Basically a barricade.
Nobody's been there, so we gotta.
It's a barricade.
Right.
And,
exactly.
And obviously
there's more land out there.
Freezing of that situation is what helped them win the war that was going on
here.
And they be,
they
checking.
kept back up, and
that's
they
why
stopped.
all
They kept
the alien
thank
type
you.
forms is in the water.
Think about
there.
that.
Yeah.
You know
We're
what I mean?
prisoners here.
Facts. Yo, Schmittler already admitted it. Go look in Schmittler's files. yeah. I'm telling you, they were sending people out there back then. You know what I'm saying? Like, and he got documents of them trying to get over there and to figure out what was going on out there in Antarctica.
To the inner Earth.
Yeah, man.
Everything is in Antarctica.
Some things going on out there. So
yeah, but we're not supposed to talk about that. But anyway, ring around the globe, so-called, if you want to know it, say it. But
again,
I
happy
love this
Cinco
episode.
de Mayo to
yeah, whatever. Yeah. Yeah,
happy Cinco de Mayo.
If you celebrate that. I used to, man, you remember when you was young, you celebrated everything?
Right.
And you didn't even know nobody. You was like, happy St. Patty's Day.
Yeah.
What the
I don't know
fuck?
why we celebrate.
Yo, like, what are we?
I'm wearing green today.
I wear green.
Yeah.
It was a reason to party. It was a reason to get drunk.
Black people, we're supposed to celebrate anything. Just give us a reason to goddamn turn up.
Yo, we're celebrating anything but unity.
I've seen niggas turn up for Labor Day.
People actually took the day off.
Low key, we celebrating everything besides black people.
Except for black folks. Now, Martin Luther King Day, like we have to get off work.
I know, but
Juneteenth is a whole thing now.
Yeah, what the fuck?
They be having themes.
You know how I feel about Juneteenth. Like, that shit just came out of nowhere, too, to a lot of people. Like, niggas, you niggas will, but the corporations make money off of us.
My show with
on Juneteenth.
Black as Fuck. That show Black as Fuck.
Yeah.
They the ones that put that focus back on Juneteenth.
Mm. Yeah, you're right. Now that I think about it.
And hey, you got to give them their credit because Black as Fuck was my favorite one out of all the black episodes. That was the most relatable.
You like Blackish?
Man,
it's not relatable.
Black
though.
AF.
Black as Fuck was more about.
That was the one that came on Netflix.
Yeah, it was about more reality though.
Black as Fuck was just the one about his personal life. The guy who makes Blackish and makes this.
Right. And that shit was like more relatable, funnier. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because he's not allowed on broadcast TV to be to be that. You know what I'm saying? There's a program.
The reason why he didn't get a season 2.
Yo, it's time to wrap it up, D. I got the pee.
It up.
Yo, we appreciate y'all tuning in.
Yes. We're going to shut it down.
Shut it down.
We're going to
get up out of here.
Catch y'all next time.
Bladders is about to explode right now.
So, till next time.
Same bad time.
Same bad channel.
Bad channel.
Peace.
It's the PMP Show.